Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are jumping back into 450 Bushmaster, and it's been about 2 months since we last messed with it. Just after we finished shooting that last video, we did go out with the, I believe the starting charge that we worked up there, just because we had a few loads left with it. Yeah, it was 38 grains of Winchester 296, and I think there's still a few left in here, if I can get the box open. Yeah, there it is right there. He shot a deer with it that same night, and it put the deer right down. Apologies for the duck squawking right outside my window. Anyway, so it worked out. It was about a 50-yard shot, but it worked out just fine. Today, we're going to try to get some better velocities out of his 16-inch barrel and see if we can tighten up those extreme spreads and standard deviations and definitely get some better accuracy. Again, we are shooting with this 240 grain Hornady XTP Mag, and the results that people seem to be getting online are mixed. Most of them saying that the accuracy with this bullet in 450 Bushmaster is not that great. I have ordered some 225 grain FTX bullets that I guess get a lot better accuracy. If we can't get a decent load with these, we'll grab those FTXs and give them a try. I have primed this brass with the Winchester WSR primer and gone ahead and flared the cases like we did last time. My friend whose gun this is not here yet. He'll be here in just a few minutes. And we'll get started on loading this. We'll talk more about the plan for loading today when he gets here. Okay, so I think we found out a good path forward for this load. We're looking at these cases, and notice that they're dirty all the way up to under the rim. Thinking that the charges that we were using last time didn't even have enough pressure to expand and seal the case against the wall of the chamber. So we're going to go up on that, loading 2 cartridges at a time in half-grain increments, and just see what we get. We'll jump out there in a few minutes once we have them loaded up. Alright, so we're out here on the range. We're going to get a baseline first. We do have the factory ammo along today. First shooting the 250 grain Winchester Deer Season XP. I think they call this the Extreme Point. Yep. Yeah, cool. Well, we'll see how it does. Doing 3-shot groups? That works. Ammo's too expensive to do much more than that. Oh yeah, I better put in earplugs. Let me know if we need to adjust the chronograph to not hit the... No, we should be fine.
Yeah, it looks good.
It should be close enough, it doesn't matter.
Go. Work on that top left one. Already.
Trying to see what it says. It looks like we're already at 21. Yeah, that's more what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, the groups are much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll stick it back. 2077. Extreme spread of 50, standard deviation of 26. But we're already 50 feet per second faster than our fastest load the other day.
Yep.
And that's with a 250 grain bullet, not a 240. Yeah, that group's quite a bit better. You're probably looking at right at 1 inch center to center, maybe 3/4. They look huge because of the size of the bullet, but That's half the size of the groups we were getting
Yeah.
before, which were 4 inches at 100 yards.
Hornady mix.
And that's the 250 FTX, which, so they sell other weights. They charge twice the amount for the 250 FTX that they do for the 225 FTX. Because this is the bullet that's actually designed for 450 Bushmaster. So, guess they figured they could make some extra cash on it. 2114 for an average. Extreme spread of 17 and a standard deviation of only 8. Those are actual rifle type numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a target to shoot for.
A lot.
That's a lot better. Looks like that shot the exact same group.
Mm-hmm.
2 right through that one, right on top of each other, and then 1 right to the side.
This is 40.5.
Yes, this will be 40.5. And I kind of wish we'd loaded up 3 just for continuity, but trying to save bullets.
Yeah.
We might not be able to tell if it's a good group, but we'll certainly be able to tell if it's terrible. The sound is definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
What's it look like? Still
Yeah,
smoky.
Still. Mm-hmm. Okay.
They close at least?
Yeah, they're on top of each other.
Nice. Might be getting closer. Okay, so our average was 21.29, which is great, but we were 200 feet per second apart. That was the second shot that had the faster velocity. Look how much cleaner that case is.
I gotta say, that looked very clean.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
So
We may have to switch powders. We can certainly try the other load, but we may be switching powders here. Because that's not very consistent at all.
Ooh. I don't know if I threw that one or what. It ain't.
Well, the load's certainly not shooting the greatest. Yeah, and that's clean too. Maybe. Average of 21.94 and our extreme spread was still 170. What do you think? You want to step up another one, or should we switch powders and try again?
Well, the 41, I think, definitely.
It was a little tighter, and our cases look fine. But I'm worried, because so our velocities are higher than the factory ammo, and our numbers are still all over the place.
So,
I'm thinking we switch bullets, or not bullets, but powders.
Yep.
We'll have to start, so we'll probably do either 2 or 3 shots, whatever you think, and we'll start a few steps below the max in the Hornady book and do like 5 loads and see what we get. We got to have better numbers than that, because that can be dangerous.
Right.
All right, so we have switched over to Hodgdon Lil Gun, and we're shooting 3-shot groups, going up to Hornady's listed maximum of 38.2 grains. Gonna shoot 6 groups on this first run here, starting down at 36.2. We're gonna work up to it slow and just see what we get. If we have to stop at any point, we will. But I'm hoping we're going to be okay, and maybe even have just a little bit more room to go, and we can test out right when we're done with this. Ha!
Yeah.
That might be our problem.
You'll love where it put it.
Yeah, those definitely look better.
Well, that last one.
Oh yeah, a little bit on the side there.
Yeah.
And look at our numbers. We got good numbers. Extreme spread of 54.
All right.
So we're in line with the Winchester already.
Yeah.
And our average is 2013. Must have just not liked that powder.
Nope.
I suppose since we're getting decent numbers, we might want to put up a target, fresh target, and shoot all separate spots.
Possible.
So that we can see when we get our load. Okay, so that was 36.2 grains, and we are at 36.6 now. Gotta love it when you punch out the center.
Uh-huh.
I'd say the scope's sighted in.
Yes, it is.
I've got, well, no. Yeah, I put plugs and muffs on it, but it's just it's the concussion, not really the sound. Whew. That's brisk.
I mean, your raking leaves all the way back here.
What's that?
Your raking leaves all the way back here.
Nice. Getting a little smokiness on a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, well, and I guess it did get back up to here. But that group was like that.
Perfect.
Cloverleaf. Kind of kicking myself for not switching powder sooner.
Yeah, wait.
Average of 2080. Extreme spread was 90, but that's not 300 feet per second like some of those others were.
Right.
Oh, probably better let the barrel cool after this group. I'm gonna put my shoulder into it a little more. These are having a point of impact transition. So there are two of them right on top of each other lower, and then one back up where that other group was. Average of 2090 still, and our extreme spread's back down to 60. I bet the next group groups them all right here.
Yeah.
It's kind of moving that way. Yeah, that's probably ½ inch.
Uh-huh.
Well, 3/4 of an inch.
Probably.
It's hard to tell with those big old holes.
Yeah.
That one opened up a bit. Group's opening up now. Yeah, that concussion just rattles your head. 2118. Oh, but our numbers are tightening up. The extreme spread on that one was only 16. You gonna shoot the last two?
Oh, yeah. Might as well. See what happens.
You need extra earplugs to put on under those?
No, these are doing
Okay,
fine.
all right. Yeah, we're still plenty good. And there's no more smokiness, except for maybe right on the very tip.
That's a better group.
Good.
I like it a lot more. It is shifting down into the right that it would.
Yep.
Still good.
Yeah, might have to give it a second. That's piping hot now. I never know how much it affects it, but I've always heard that it does. And I guess you can wear out your barrel faster if it's shot hot.
It'd be interesting to know where your smoke is coming from. Is it coming from the top? Is it coming from the bottom? The side?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I guess you could hold it in the chamber as it came out and not let it kick out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to see, you know.
I've got, like, some 9mm cases will do that. And it could just be that it doesn't seal as well as a a bottleneck cartridge would,
Right.
just because of the design. Hopefully this last one's the money group.
That money?
Yeah, no pressure signs. Primer's still good and around. Yeah, that's got the same tone as the factory loads now.
Yeah. That third shot again was just a little off, but
2170, and the extreme spread's down to 35. I think that max load is probably about perfect. Grab this and take one look at the target, and we'll be good. Unless you feel like going higher. What did we get with the factory ammo? $21.70. So
yeah, I think we're
good.
We're good there. And group's not terrible.
That's pretty darn good, actually. But man,
Yeah,
that group's pretty.
Uh-huh.
We could load up a couple of 5-shot groups just to confirm, or we could just say either one of those will be just fine.
Yeah.
What do you think? Well, anyway we go, I'm relieved that this bullet is actually shooting halfway decent. It's not a total waste. All right, so what we did, since those last 2 groups were so good and our numbers were good too, we loaded up a 5-shot group of each one of those last 2 loads at 37.8 grains and then at 38.2. So we're gonna shoot those and see how we do. Pretty much, the velocities are good on both of them, so pretty much whichever one shoots better is the one that will be our load for this bullet, which will probably end up shooting some hogs and some deer and all sorts of stuff. Did something sound weird on that one? Or did it sound the same as the last one?
It had a little bit bigger boom.
Did it hang fire? Did it go? I'm gonna have to watch that one back and see. It seemed different. And maybe it was just that I had my earplugs seated better, but because I did adjust them. It hit the same spot, like the exact same spot. I don't know. I think it was just that my earplugs were different. Oh. The velocity seemed pretty consistent. Mm-hmm. That's only 10 feet per second off the last one. It's not terrible. It's just got strung them in a little line. Better. Well, at least it looks better. I'm not sure if it actually is better. Did that sun just pop out from behind the cloud? Possibly. So where it's shining directly on it? Uh-huh. You're right though. That's way low. Average of 21.59. Yeah, extreme spread of 150. I don't know if I believe that.
Me neither. Not if you're getting a decent group out of it. Because when we were getting those extreme spreads, we were all over the place. Top left.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess it's not much better. Still had that one way outside.
Yeah.
But put 4 of them right in there.
Question is the one way outside that last shot?
Well, I can watch it back and see. I don't think so. I think it was like, it was either the second or it wasn't the last one, I don't think.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still
Yeah, no,
decent.
It's 1.5 inches, which equates to 3 inches at 100 yards, which is better than we were getting before.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's more consistently putting them there and not like here and here and
Correct.
all over, so. All right. Okay, folks, we're back here at the bench about a week and a half later. This target has been sitting out in the rain for that amount of time, so it is a little worse for the wear, but here's what we got. 2 5-shot groups of those last 2 charges, as you saw. I believe they were 37.8 and 38.2 grains. We had a 1.82 inch group on this one and 1.59 inch group on the second one. I did accidentally delete my chronograph data for these 2, but we were sitting on the 3-shot groups that we shot. We were shooting an average of 29, I think, 2130-ish for this, and 2170 for this group. And that is with 37.8 and 38.2 grains of Lil Gun powder, which was giving us much better extreme spreads and standard deviations than we were getting with the Winchester 296. Now, you probably heard a comment right there at the end. When we shot our 5-shot groups, we had one shot that was a little weird. I thought the sun did pop out right from behind the clouds and change how it was looking over the chronograph at that time. So again, I'm really not trusting my chronograph data from that particular session, though it could have been right. We could have had one shot that was about 200 feet per second difference than the rest. And honestly, for this cartridge, that wouldn't surprise me a lot. But we were seeing much better all through the 3-shot groups. So that is probably going to do it for our testing with the 240 grain XTP Mag. I did get in a box of 225 grain SSTs, which are supposed to shoot a whole lot better out of this gun. So we'll probably be testing those in the future. Until then, we're probably going to go with one of these 2 loads. We haven't quite decided yet. We may go ahead and try to shoot both of these over the chronograph again and see which one gives us better numbers in maybe a little more consistent lighting conditions. But honestly, either one of these is going to work for what we're doing. Probably max of 100 yard shooting on deer and hopefully hogs later in the year. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was done in a little bit different format today because we were out there shooting, the 2 of us, and it's kind of a little different talking to the camera at the same time as you're trying to talk to each other. And anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We've got more coming soon in 450 Bushmaster and other calibers. Please jump over and check out the Patreon channel. There is nothing over there that's not on here, but I would really appreciate your support and subscription over there. That will let us get more bullets to test out, both in 450 Bushmaster and in quite a lot of other calibers. So again, thanks for watching, and y'all have a good one.